welcome to It's a Wrap, episode 3 of the podcast.
It's called That's a Wrap.
At the ISIS team. Sorry, what was it?
It's called That's a Wrap.
Oh, that's a wrap. Okay, that's a wrap. My bad.
Take two.
Welcome to everyone. All right, one more time.
This is all staying in
everyone.
Cruz, shut up.
Welcome, everyone. Today's episode for That's a Wrap, episode 3. We have the ISIS team from Rogers ready to present to you a few things that we find quite special in our lives. And we believe it's going to make it a little more special for you, too. So why don't we go down the line? My name is Coach Cesar. Next up, we have Coach Cruz.
What's up?
Then we got Coach Edward.
Hey, guys.
And last but definitely not least, Coach Courtney.
Hello.
Yo, awesome, guys. So today is going to be a bit of a shorter segment. However, we have some truly special segments to provide today. First up, we're going to talk about the earth and what it provides, but in particular, plants.
Yay!
We're going to take you on a bit of a plant tour. And this was actually kind of discussed in the last episode when Courtney was showcasing some of the plants that she has in her home. So we decided, why don't all of us provide something or present something that we feel is in our vicinity that is really cool, really plant-like, and basically provides that photosynthesis so that we can breathe.
Yeah.
So why don't we go ahead and start off with you, Courtney, Coach Courtney, since you started off with the plants last time, and why don't you go ahead and give us some of the plants you have today?
I will be more than happy to. I have this spread in front of me. The first plant is one of my newest additions to my garden, and it's actually a little cup of green onions.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
That I have cut, put in a little bit of water, and now they're growing more green onions. So it's really cool. You buy a little stock of green onions or scallions at the grocery store for like 99 cents. And now they look like a bunch of friends hanging out in a hot tub.
Does it look like
Like
that?
an infinite supply of green onions, right? They're hanging out. They got these really long roots that are just growing. And I love green onions. I like them on my eggs.
I guess they find it appealing to be there.
Right?
So
Appealing,
wait.
really.
Coach Courtney, you're saying that you bought these green onions like at a grocery store and then now you can grow them more?
Yeah, so I cut off, so when you buy them at the grocery store, they have a little bit of roots at the bottom. I mean, now they've really grown. You just cut them down to the white part. I have the tops in my fridge right now, and over the weekend, they literally grow so fast. Over the weekend, they had like an extra 4 inches.
Wow.
They grew, and I've just been trimming them. When it gets like maybe 3 or 4 inches, I'll trim it off. Today, I think like since yesterday's growth, like I've had like a half inch. Like they grow
And so
fast.
you'll be pretty much being able to like use the same onions, right? Over and over?
Oh yeah. I think eventually you want to plant them in soil because when they sit in water, the roots just get kind of waterlogged. It's a little too much for them, but they'll need other nutrients from soil. But yeah, I might plant these in some soil eventually. I have 2 other succulents just really quick. This one's really fun. I wrote down its real name because it's called a Kalanchoe tomensota, or AKA a panda plant. So the leaves are actually
that's a better name. That's a better name. I like that name.
So the leaves are fuzzy, and it's recently grown a lot of new growth. These smaller leaves up here are from since I kind of restarted really caring for it. And it's in this really beautiful pot I actually found in the trash by the ceramics building at school.
Nice. Very cool. Very cool.
At the end of the semester, a bunch of art gets thrown out. So I really enjoy this pot. And this succulent's just so beautiful. It has fuzzy leaves, and then we have 2 other smaller guys down here in the front. And then I have another succulent. This is my Echeveria. It's called a ghost Echeveria because it's like a light purple color. And this pot I actually made in a ceramics class. So I glazed it. It's a little lumpy because it's handmade. And then I have a little I forget what kind of stone this is, but just, some crystal power to help the plant grow nice and
Genesis
happy.
would love that.
Yeah.
Wow. These are really pretty plants. I love the
Yeah, I
succulent.
love them. I have so many. So the coolest thing about plants, similar to how the green onion can regrow if you just give it a little bit of water and love. I have this tray of leaves that have fallen off of my other succulents, and they're actually regrowing and resprouting roots and new growth.
Wow.
Wow.
That is so cool. I know.
So then,
That's
yeah,
incredible.
eventually I'll have new ones. Like you can see, I guess I can lift it up. So this is one of the fuzzy panda plants, and so it's growing like a new full-on plant just from one
A
leaf
baby
that had
panda.
fallen off. A baby
so
panda. Oh. that is so
Now,
cute.
for the panda leaf, do pandas eat it, or is that how it's got its name?
No, I think because it's fuzzy and it has
Oh.
like the spots on like these kind of rusty colored spots on the end.
Hmm.
So they're
I
like
think this is a
light
good
colored.
segue into mine. Pandas. Should I talk about mine?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, well, we just recently got a bamboo. Right?
Nice.
Don't pandas
Panda
eat these?
food. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun fact. Fun fact.
Yeah.
I don't know about these exactly because these are kind of small, but I mean, yeah. We just got a little plant to make the room a little bit more greener because I think I mentioned a couple podcasts ago that we're currently in limbo where I'm not exactly at my house. I'm in my in-laws' house. So we're trying to make it a little bit more homey. And so us talking about plants last week got us encouraged to bring in some plants. So here's a little something right now. And then out our window, we have a huge tree.
Oh wow.
And drops pine cones every day, wakes us up. It's beautiful. Did you guys see that? I don't know if you guys saw that.
Yeah, we can see
Mhm.
it.
It looked like you
Okay.
could perceivably like hang from one of the branches. One of the branches looked really thick. Looks like
Yeah,
it could actually be
kind of.
climbable too.
If I'm bored enough, I think
You
if this
should
quarantine
definitely try
continues,
climbing
I'll climb that. That'll be in another episode.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, those are my plans.
You know what's interesting about the pine cone is that one time I went camping and we didn't have any firewood, so we're like, oh, we found a pine cone, and we just threw it, and that pine cone burned for like an hour, like at least an hour. It was insane how much it burned, and it's a
Hmm.
great
Wow.
fuel source. So that's a cool little thing about
Survival
pine.
tips.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's like the sap inside. I'm not really sure what it is that causes it to combust that much, but
Like a
It's pretty cool.
fuel.
Huh.
so what about you, Cruz? What do you have to show us?
So sadly, my phone / computer / camera couldn't get it to outside. But when I'm editing this video, I'll put a little video of my garden right now, so
Perfect.
to show you guys what it was, what I
And
have
then-
growing. Maybe
Mhm.
like 30 different types of fruits from all around the world growing in the backyard right now,
Whoa.
or trying.
I'm not going to believe it until I see it.
We interrupt this program for an important news announcement.
I know.
Till I see it.
All of them come from the Philippines, though, so they're mostly plants that my dad wanted to eat in America. The only problem is they can't grow in America. But
That's
What
awesome.
about you, Caesar? Got anything?
Okay. All right. I'm quite excited for this. So we're gonna actually step outside. Hopefully the Wi-Fi continues to go well. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip this camera. Okay. Right
Oh.
here we have a gorgeous orange tree.
That is awesome.
This orange tree is pretty cool. Only because you see those orange dots on the floor? When the oranges drop, the soil absorbs it, and then the fruit literally feeds the soil, and it continues to
That's true.
produce more oranges. So it's a completely self-sustaining tree. Exactly.
Mhm.
The cycle, Edward.
Mhm.
Exactly. It's quite a
Nice.
beautiful cycle. Let's see if we can get a little closer look at the moldy oranges.
No, we don't need
Come
that.
on, Wi-Fi.
Yummy.
Come on, Wi-Fi.
See that? We got some moldy oranges right there. They're all gradually decomposing into the soil, feeding it again.
True. Yeah.
All right, next up, we got ourselves a cactus tree.
Ooh.
This cactus tree is pretty cool. You see these little dots right at the ridge?
Yeah.
They're called tunas. At least that's what we call them in Mexico.
Yep.
Tuna.
Yep.
It's a great fruit. It turns a dark red pink, and it's the sweetest fruit you will ever taste.
Mm.
Look at this. There's so many connections everywhere. I've just been recently drawing a cactus character, and look at what he has on his arm.
Wow! Oh, you've done the tunas, yo! And look, some of them are even flowering. If you
Yeah.
want to look, if you can see the very tip top, some of them
Uh-huh.
even have flowers at the very top. Okay, last but not least, we're gonna go ahead and take a little tour. So this is actually my backyard patio. I work out a lot here. I'm very blessed to have a backyard like this. Okay, here we go. Oh, the Wi-Fi. All right, that right there, that tree is a lemon tree. There's
Oh,
no lemons
yes.
on it because we've actually picked all the lemons. But that tree is my favorite tree out of all of them because
Dude.
it's been with us since I can remember, and I love lemons. So
As a
that's
fellow
what
Mexican,
I have so
can
far.
tell you that is gold.
Yeah, guys. So that's me so far. I really appreciate the opportunity to present those trees. Whenever
That
the
was
oranges go
awesome.
ripe, I always invite friends so that they can come and pick as much as they want. And they're just the juiciest, freshest organic oranges. So when we get a chance to all come together again, hopefully soon, I'll definitely got some oranges for you. Maybe even grab some tunas. Yeah, it'll be fun.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Oh, guys, I got
ask
one more thing to show you guys.
Oh, go ahead, go ahead. Yes, that's right,
What?
Cruz. You got your garden for us.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you guys my garden. Whoops. Anyways, see, I got some. I don't know what these are. These purple plants. These weird other plants. These red
I think they're
plants.
flowers.
Can you eat these? No, you can't eat these. You got these plants. Hey, it may look like I just built it right now, and the answer is yeah, I just did. But welcome to the Wrap ICS server. It's kind of
Very
like
cool.
Woohoo!
so, I'll be opening it up to you guys probably starting when this is gonna be released next Thursday. So on Friday, this world will be open from 3 to 6.
A little sneak peek.
Yeah, little sneak peek. I gotta
Awesome.
finish building the village out here.
Now, can we make our own avatars and stuff, or
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Whoa, dude, this place looks cool.
I have mine right here. I tried editing it. It became horrible, so I decided to keep it.
Oh.
Yeah. But starting next week, guys, come join us in our world. We have a 20-person limit, so first come, first serve.
That's so
Hmm.
cool. Well, that was our segment for the plant tour. I wanted to actually get one little thing from Coach Courtney. Can you
Yeah.
please provide us a little more elaboration or reasoning as to why plants are important to stay in the home, to plants in the home?
Sure. Good.
Yeah, I mean, as for me personally, I have a personal connection to them, but they also have a practical connection, right? So when we breathe out, when we exhale, that air, what is it? Carbon dioxide? Is that
Carbon
right?
dioxide.
Oh, we're getting science. That plants take that in and they produce oxygen, which then provides us to breathe in. So there's this similar to with the oranges, there's this cycle, right? There's this exchange. So plants provide clean air and also something to do, a great fun hobby. It's definitely something that I've been getting into since being at home a lot. Now I get to spend more time with my plants and I'm realizing, hey, they could use a little more loving. like repotting, putting plants into new pots and kind of moving them around, finding the right spot. It feels good to care for something. If you can't have pets at home, have some plants. They're just like pets. You got to feed them, you got to water them, you got to care for them, groom them, sing songs to them.
I've
yeah.
heard singing songs actually helps. I heard talking to the plants helps.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's quite
As
interesting
weird as
that,
as weird as it may be, yeah, talking to plants actually has been like
Yeah.
kind of proven to help
I'm
them
gonna
grow a
eat
little
you,
bit
little
more
green
healthy.
onions. Just you wait.
plants are super alive. You know, there's this one plant in particular that I always remembered. It gets a little dark on this one, but essentially, there's a plant where there's like a caterpillar is like eating the plant, and the plant's fully aware that the caterpillar is eating it. So it sends these signals to like predators, for the predators to go, hey, there's a caterpillar on me, eat this caterpillar. I read some
Wow.
research about that, and as ridiculous as it sounds, plants communicate with each other so much more frequently than we can even perceive.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, they're living beings, you know, and you know, there's a reason why they reach towards the sky. You know, they're trying to hit sunlight, you know, sunlight, life. It's quite interesting. When you go further into plants, like I was saying in the last segment, you start realizing there's a design, there's a lot of patterns and applications that you can find in our own general lives as human beings.
Yeah. Yeah.
So why don't we go ahead and start that off with the next segment then, which is our motivation and encouragement segment. In this segment, we're actually going to be providing each of us a personal mantra or maybe some wisdom, piece of encouragement and motivation that gets us through the day. So I'll start off. Just as a start, something simple. There's the, you know, carpe diem, which is translated to seize the day. And as cliche as it sounds, we hear it everywhere, right? Carpe diem, seize the day, seize the day. It truly is that. Every day, you know, we have to master that one day. We don't know if tomorrow will come. We don't know if we'll be alive tomorrow. So we have to master today. Today is our day to seize. Live it fully. So that phrase does help me. It helps me realize that in this time when I'm alive, I want to be able to utilize as much potential within me today to be my best self. And that is a very, very hard endeavor because it usually requires doing hard things. It usually requires challenging myself, sweating, you know, and these are things that generally, since we grow up in comfort, generally we are, you know, we don't want to do these things as frequently as we should be doing. So that helps me. That kind of mantra, carpe diem, seize the day, that kind of helps me to get my mind in the right mindset and to start, you know, taking on the challenges of the day right when I wake up. So that's just something for me. I wanted to go, maybe Coach Edward, if you can provide us something.
Yeah, sure. Just recently, I started doing this or saying this little mantra to myself, and it's simply smile because you can. And it's kind of related to yours, where it's like kind of seizing the day, but not just that, but having a positive attitude about your day, of having perspective to realize that maybe things can be worse. And since they're not, let me appreciate the position that I'm in right now. And so kind of going back to the whole plant segment, having a plant inside your room can also be positive for you. It's this thing, this like human nature or human instinct in us to be one with nature. And so having a plant for you students, I recommend it because it is something that can make things a little bit more positive for you. And so that's my thing. Whether or not I succeed in what I had planned to do for that day, as long as I was positive about it, then I feel like it's still a success.
That's beautiful, Coach Edward. I love that. You know, those challenges are the things that we want to do in our days. Maybe not every day we're overcoming it, but it's facing it. It's facing it and facing it. And having that positive attitude towards it gives you hope that one day you will overcome. So
exactly.
You know, setting your mind in a place of gratitude, that's number one rule to a much more prosperous life. So great job. That was great, Coach Edward. Thank you for that.
Yeah, thanks.
How about you, Coach Cruz? What is something that helps you get through the day?
Well, If you guys were a part of my cooking segments at Rogers, or for that matter, like when I do pitches for new clubs, I always tell the kids, um, try to do something new every day. If
Mm.
you've never done it before and you always talk bad about it, give it a try. If you have no idea about it and you made fun of someone, give it a try. Because nothing hurts more than you not knowing what it is or what it really means to be a part of something. You never know. Say you think D&D is a dumb game, it's a waste of time, give it a try. You never know. You might be playing it right now and you'll love it.
I like
Um,
this is great. Wow, this is kind of a creating like a more well-rounded person, right?
yeah.
It's and especially when it's something that, like you were saying, maybe in the beginning you were kind of, you know, okay, I don't really want to do that, but if you give it a shot, if you give it a try, you never know. It might open up an entire new world for you to explore. You might find out something more with it about yourself, and
Yeah.
that's definitely something good to bring up. You know, trying new things. There
I
was a TED
always
talk. Oh, go ahead.
go ahead, man.
There was a TED talk I remember where this guy comes up. He's like, when you try something, try it 33 times. I don't know exactly how he got that number, but he done it through multiple studies and, you know, behavioral studies of doing new actions and creating new skills, especially when, like, for example, if you wanted to learn to play guitar, but you've never played guitar before, he's like, try to do this one chord or try to do this one segment 33 times. If by the 33rd time you're not feeling it, or you just feel like you simply cannot get anywhere forward, then fine, drop it. But he says, but I guarantee you by the 33rd time, you will get better at it. You'll likely find a new realm of it. Like you will discover something new about it that will likely even make you more curious to continue exploring. So that's something interesting. You know, try something new and try again. If you fail, keep doing it. You might actually end up doing exactly what you've been failing at. And then the 33rd time, you're going to do it. And then how amazing of a feeling is that going to be when you do it? So that's just something cool to bring up. What were you going to say, Coach Cruz?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I use this a lot with our kids. If you notice, like, I won't call them out by name, but there's a certain kid who's like, I don't want to do it. It's a waste of my time. This sucks. And then you give her like the ball and tell her, okay, now it's your turn to throw the ball at people, and she just goes super competitive for the next 20 minutes to 30 minutes.
I want to know who this student is.
Oh man, it sounds like you already know. Because she used to be like, oh, this is boring. Let me go on my phone. Give her the ball. It's over. Next thing you know, she's just screaming randomly, going, "Arr!"
You know, it's kind of the same, actually. I remember when in my time there at Rogers, I was doing Foursquare. That was the first things I was doing as a coach. And I met a lot of people who were like, Foursquare, whatever. You know, some of the kids are like, But then as they started seeing other kids doing it and having fun, like,
Yeah.
oh, hey, I want to play.
See, kids, just give us a shot. Give us a chance, and we'll get you.
So what about yourself, Coach Courtney?
Yeah, one of my phrases was very similar to Carpe Diem, but it was one day at a time, just taking it, you know, you have a block of 24 hours and you do what you can do in that 24 hours. And if you always got the next 24 hours, right? And one that I've personally been reminding myself of is put the bat down. So what that means is stop beating yourself up, you know?
Ooh.
What we're going through right now is hard. And if you're having a hard time going through it, that's okay. And it's okay to have bad days. It's okay to have slow days. It's up to you how you react to something. So having negative self-talk is only going to yield more negative outcomes. So instead, you got to stop beating yourself up. A new concept I've learned is speaking to your inner child. So you wouldn't, you know, say if I made a silly mistake and maybe my inner voice starts saying, oh, you're so stupid, oh, this and that. When I talk to a child like that, no, I would be understanding and compassionate and maybe help guide them. So I need to show that same love and support to myself. And I just gotta, you know, put the bat down. It's okay to have off days. It's okay to wanna you know, sit on the couch and watch Netflix all day and have a bad day, and that's okay. Again, kind of tying in with one day at a time, you always have tomorrow to kind of pick back up and keep going.
That's so amazing. I really love that. It just kind of goes in line with Coach Edwards' advice about keeping that positive mindset. And you know, we were talking a little bit about gratitude, and you were saying that when you keep that positive mindset, it's almost as if you're saying the field of perception, which is like instead of having a negative mindset towards everything that's happening to you or everything that you're feeling, if you switch it into that positive mindset, into a positive self-talk, talking to yourself like your inner child, that's such a cool connection, especially because you're an educator for children today, but we still have that inner child within. And that's a great opportunity for us to practice speaking to everyone, you know, old and young. So being in that place of gratitude, being in that place of positivity, a positive mindset will change your field of perception, the way you perceive something, the way you see something, the way that you interact with it will change dramatically. If you go from a negative to a positive, it will just mean something differently to you. And it will give you feelings of hope, right? Chance, liveliness. But then what can we equate to negative feelings? What do you think, Coach Courtney? Like feeling down, right? Beating ourselves up.
Yeah, anger,
Exactly.
isolation. That's a big one.
Truly. And in this time of isolation, there's a lot of thoughts and feelings that can rise up within ourselves.
Oh yeah.
It's maintaining, and no one said it's the easiest thing to do, but we can practice, get better at it, and we can develop a skill of maintaining that positivity, that sense of gratitude for life and everything that is. And eventually your entire world will change. So that's just something that I'm really happy the four of us were able to come together today to provide for you children and you students who are listening right now. There is an opportunity for you to grow. Don't worry about it. Live life one day at a time. It's okay.
We're all plants.
Right? It's okay to feel certain things. It's okay to have a bad day.
Yep.
Keep that hope. So that's that was a great little segment we had right now, and we're actually going to end it with talking a bit about what we're going to do next week. So I was given information that we're going to be talking about music. May I ask, in particular, what about music are we going to be talking about next week?
We're going to be playing music. We're going to be singing music. We're going to be beatboxing. We are going to be talking about music in all of its waveforms.
That's so cool.
Awesome.
So I can bring my guitar out?
Yes, definitely.
Can I bring my drum out?
Can I bring my drums out?
Yes, all of them.
This will
Oh
be
no,
so
can
much
I bring my
fun.
electric triangle?
You should.
Yeah.
You should. That's so cool. Okay, guys, we'll get ready for a very musical segment. There is such a thing as music therapy. You know, music is really delve into music. Honestly, the entire podcast next week could be about the music, and just there's so much behind it. So much behind it. But we know you kids like music, so we're gonna try to give you some good music. Maybe even give you some cool suggestions. And that's gonna be for next week. I just wanted to repeat that this has been the ISIS team coming together for episode 3 of the podcast. And get ready for that Minecraft server. Go ahead and check it out. It's live, right, Cruz?
If you want to join, it's the server name is coachcruise.aternos.me. I'll put the name right here or somewhere in the.
And we'll post it on class tag as well. Yeah.
Definitely.
Perfect. And on
I'll
class
see you
tag,
out there.
we've already been posting. So go ahead and check it out. We're going to continue posting consistently. Okay. If you have any suggestions, want to make any comments, want to make any recommendations on what you want to see, send us a
Let
message.
us know.
Let us know.
Comment
Let us
below.
know.
Comment below.
So that has been That's a Wrap. Episode 3.
That's a wrap.
Coach Cesar, and then we have
Coach Courtney.
Coach Courtney, and then we have
Coach Edward.
and we
Keep him
have
away.
Coach Cruz.
Yo, awesome guys. Also know that Coach Cruz is busily editing these videos. He's doing an amazing job. Send him a message of thanks. Okay. Coach Edward has been providing us a lot of cool graphics, and Coach Courtney has been doing the same as well. We're very passionate about this project. We love you guys. Okay, we hope to see you guys soon. All right, and that's been episode 3 of That's a Wrap.
That's a wrap.
It's a wrap. Bye, guys.